I'm Stephanie Silva, and I am the Early Learning Coalition of Northwest Florida. My role here is to determine eligibility of our families. In order to receive our services, you have to be eligible. We have work requirements, we have an income requirement as well, and we have a list of required documents that is expected of our customers. So it is my role to determine that they have the right documents, that they're eligible for the services, that they meet all the requirements, and that the file contains all of the information that the state requires to back up that eligibility. Well, the first step is for a person to fill out an application. They have to apply for our services. Our services are not immediate, and they are unfortunately not available to everyone that is eligible for them and needs them at the time. We're subject to funding, and we try to meet as many needs of as many families as we can. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that for everyone. The first step is for them to fill out the application. We go over their application and determine their eligibility based just on what's on the application at first. If they're not eligible, they'll receive a phone call or a letter from us saying, I'm sorry, you're not eligible at this time. If you are eligible, then if there's funding available, we go ahead and call them in immediately for an appointment. If there's not funding readily available, they'll be placed on a waiting list. And that waiting list is just, it just depends on what our funding situation is at the time. Sometimes it's 30 days, sometimes it's less, it could be more. But they have to apply first, and then we do contact them. Then we have them come in with their documents.
Okay.
So say they come in for their appointment, when they're in the lobby waiting for us to call them back, they're given an ages and stages questionnaire based on the age of their child. It's questions based on the child's development. We have experienced people here that are going to score those ASQs and determine if their children are developing in the proper time frame that they should be developing, and see if there's any assistance we can offer in any gray areas. So that's what they do while they're waiting to be called back to eligibility. When they get called back, we need to see all of the documents that we spoke about on the phone. Most of the time, everybody has what is required of them. Sometimes they don't. If they do have everything, then a file will be put together for that person. We go ahead and we find out what child care provider they would like to use. The process we do in the computer is actually the enrolling of a child in the center that they choose and determining what fee they're going to pay. They don't pay anything to us, they pay it directly to the child care provider, and we explain to them what requirements they will need to meet after they're already a customer. We have terms and conditions that they have to agree to, things they have to understand and agree to. We make sure that they understand that. When they leave our office, they have paperwork to take to that child care provider that they've already met with and contacted. And at that point, they will come back to our office in 30 days to meet with one of our child liaisons to go over some more parent education, see if they have any other needs. We've already met their need for child care assistance. They may need help with their utility bill for that month. They may need their kid to get on a Christmas list, or they may need information on how to go back to school or find a better job. So when they come back to that appointment with our liaisons, they're the experts in those other areas, and they can lead and direct the family. And then once they complete that appointment, then their eligibility we just have a certain time frame depending on how much income they bring, that determines how long they will receive services. Some of our customers are school students, they're full-time students and they don't work. We bring them in semester to semester to make sure that they're continuing in school. But for the most part, it's usually 6 months is this amount of time they'll receive the services. And they are required to report if anything changes. But if nothing changes, they can really only have to see us twice a year if they remain in the same job and nothing changes. I would say that we're able to help at least 80% of the people that come to us. And maybe if we aren't able to help them that first time, that's not the end of the road. There's another opportunity to get more hours at work, get yourself enrolled in school. Go get that missing documentation and bring it back to us. it doesn't mean that just because we couldn't provide that service that day that they lose their chance or go back to the end of the line. We're willing to continue to work with the families until they get what they need, and most do and some don't. I love helping people, and maybe it's a kind of selfish thing. It makes me feel good when I help people, and when you help other people, it kind of takes the focus off of some of the hard issues that I may be going through in my own life, because I live in this world too and have to work and take care of a family and other things. And I enjoy being able to come in and giving a family good news that maybe didn't get good news at another agency. A pat on the back, you're doing a good job, we'll continue to help you, because they don't get that personable feeling with other agencies maybe that they get with the coalition, because we try to treat everybody like family here. We are definitely here for families at the Early Learning Coalition. If you find yourself in a situation where you don't know where to turn, you don't know what to do next, we have many community resources available to us. We will do our best to help you in any way that we can. We're open from 7 to 6, Monday through Thursday. We have our phone number is 747-5400. If anybody, if you just want to find out what we do here, if we can help you, if you qualify for any of our programs, or if you just want to talk about maybe what your options are when it comes to child care, education for your child, parenting, anything in that line, we'll be glad to sit down and talk with you at any time. If you would like more information about what we do here at the Early Learning Coalition, please check out our website, or you can find us on Facebook. I'm Stephanie Silva, and I am the Early Learning Coalition of Northwest Florida.